level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I love that song, and me and my sister have been, that's the theme, that's our anthem of this year. Well, at least for me, it is my anthem. And man, I was just getting ready, so I thought I'd capitalize on the time and have you join me. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about leveling up and what it means for me this year. I'm just trying to get some background music for myself. Yeah, so anyways, I'm grateful that you're here, and if you have some time, maybe you want to get a cup of tea, or I don't know, maybe you're cleaning or something. I know I like to listen to YouTube videos when I am doing things, car ride, long car ride, etc., etc. So hair's already done. As you know, I cut my locks off, so I'm going to be wigging it out until my hair is healthy again and where I want it. So let's get started. I will start with my usual routine. It's not going to be really a talk through, I'm just going to be talking to you. So I always do my concealer first, because like I said, if you're Indian, these come with the territory. So yeah, leveling up. Oh my god, I love that song. I know it came out like last year, I think in August or something. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It just fits my whole attitude for this year, and definitely going to be, or in the process of leveling up myself. And sorry, y'all, concealer is a serious thing. Yeah, so leveling up for me is the theme of 2019 for me, because last year I really felt strange, and I don't know if it's because I'm living in Florida now. It just felt like I fell off track with my yoga practice. I wasn't motivated to practice yoga, and if you know me, I've been doing yoga since 2010. So 9 years I've been practicing, and it really is, I love it. I love yoga. I love practicing it. I love the way I feel after. I love how it completely changed my life. But for some reason, I just haven't felt inspired to go to the studio. I haven't felt inspired to take class. If you know me, I'm very introverted. I like to stay home. I like to be by myself. I like to think a lot. I like to grow. And for me, I can get a lot of things done when I'm by myself. So it was very sad for me, and I was like, what's going on with me? This is like a huge, hold on, let me get some tissue for this. One second. So yeah, it was confusing, because when something is your whole life and then you stop doing it, it's a little disheartening. Not to say that I didn't practice yoga at all. I was involved with a yoga studio in the area, and I'm gonna shift her down. And that was fun. You know, I was doing teach training. I was taking class there, and I don't know. But anyways, it's getting better. This year, I definitely have been practicing more at home. It's January and I've only been to the studio once, and I'm sitting in traffic. Actually, after the class, I'm on my way home and I'm thinking, geez, well, what was the point of that? I could have done that at home myself. And yeah, I get the people and the socialization and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, guys, when I was doing yoga in New York, shout out to Yoga to the People. I love you guys so much. Thank you for introducing yoga into my life and just bringing awareness to yoga and all of its benefits and keeping it affordable. I really appreciate that. But getting back on track, you know, in the yoga class, I would just go, I would be there early, like 30 minutes before, because I'm that kind of person. You know, first one online, just gotta get my spot and things. I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. Not a pro at all. Don't judge me, okay? So, I would just go in and lie down and just want to be not talking to anybody. I just was there for my practice. I did the damn practice and I left. I don't go to yoga to socialize. I don't go to yoga to gossip. To me, it defeats the whole purpose because, at least I'm speaking for myself, when I'm going to yoga, it's a form of meditation. It's a moving meditation for me. So I don't want to talk. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to talk to you. No offense. But I just find that now it's a place to socialize now. And for whatever reason, just the traffic down where I live is horrendous compared to where I was in Massachusetts. There was nobody. And here it's like everybody wants to be down here. It is beautiful here. So I get it. And it's Florida and all of the snowbirds come down and the traffic is just horrendous. So I don't want to sit in traffic to go to a yoga class when I can do it at home. So I know I sound like a little brat and I'm really sorry, but my whole point to this story is that I want to get better at doing my home practice. So that's part of my level up. My leveling up, number one, is getting back to my mat, getting back to my practice. I think I have to do this one a little bit darker. Getting back to my practice, getting on track, and just, you know, doing it. And where I am in my body right now, I'm really preferring the yin practice, even though I started off with a strong power yoga, strong vinyasa flow. I'm just craving that slow, steady, internal process that you go through in a yin class. And to be honest with you, I guess part of why I was falling off my practice last year is because when you do yoga, for those of you who practice, you already know this, but you have to look at your shit. Okay, it forces you to look at what you're doing, what you're thinking, what's going on in your life. You can't not be oblivious and distracted. You are on your mat, you're breathing like you've never breathed in your life, and you have to look at these things. So I guess part of me was like, I don't want to look at these things. I don't want to look at these things. So I guess that's a big reason why I stopped practicing. Not stopped, but definitely slowed down a whole lot. So yeah, that's number one. Number one thing is getting back to my practice, getting back to doing it on my own and just quiet. I don't have to sit in traffic. I don't have to talk to anybody. And yeah, so that's number one. I gotta figure out what I'm doing today. I think I want to... Well, first let's cover up the lid. So I like this palette a lot. This is the NARS Wanted palette. I don't have much makeup. I'm really just starting to get into it. But I have this and I have the chocolate bonbons, which smells so good. I'm sure this is like old. I know a lot of you people know this. But like I said, I'm just getting started. I don't know anything. So I'm gonna take this, I always take this light color because it's kind of my skin tone, and I just kind of give myself a clean canvas. So yeah, what else on my level up? I'm getting my teeth fixed again. I don't know if any of you watching know me from, oh God, school days. Horrendous. I did not like school. But my teeth were very, very, very out of this world. They were very crowded. I had to get 4 teeth taken out because I had so many teeth. And those are not my wisdom teeth. I got 4 taken out in the front. And I guess I had Invisalign, so the process was quick. I think it took me about 2 years to get them to where I wanted them to be. And then I went to Costa Rica for 3 months, and I decided, you know what, I don't want to do this every single night with the retainers, so I stopped doing the retainers, and that's the result. They're shifting back, so not cool. I think I want to do, oh, I'm getting like a brain fart. Maybe I'll just do a little smoke on the end and then a little glitter. Wow. Okay, I like the glitter thing, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm doing. I'm going to do my teeth, and I already went to my first appointment, first and only appointment, really. And they're sending my aligners in the mail soon. So I'm just going in with this darkest color here, and I just smoke it very little on the end. And blend like a Vitamix. It's too much. So yeah, that's another thing I want to do on my level up. What else? Oh, the most important thing. So I spoke about the yoga, but I want to level up my spirituality. So I've been reading a lot of spiritual books. I'm currently learning about alchemy, and I find the topic fascinating. It's fascinating. If you are into your spirituality and you're trying to develop, read the book, Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. It is going to explain a lot of things. Like, I was just fascinated. Like, we all know Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. So she got a lot of her inspiration and knowledge from alchemy, and I just find it so fascinating. Like, there was a real life Nicholas Flamel. There's a real life sorcerer's stone. I don't know if that's what they call it in the movie. If you guys know, let me know below. But there's a real life sorcerer's stone, you know, witches and wizards and all that thing, and magic. And so it was just like, oh, I get it now. I get where she got her information from. So I found that was very, very, very cool. It's teaching me a lot about symbolism. It's teaching me a lot about Egyptians, which is amazing because I'm going to talk about this on another video about my spiritual journey, and I'm thinking about starting a whole other channel just for spirituality, because I think a lot of people that will come here are into health, natural health, and natural beauty. So I don't know if people will be necessarily interested in spirituality. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But anyways, I plan on doing another video on my spiritual journey and where it started. But the earliest memory or earliest attraction to spirituality was when I was younger. I was living in Forest Hills, Queens. I'm from Queens, New York. and I used to go to the Forest Hills Library, and I was just fascinated. It was a borderline obsession with Egypt, everything Egyptian. I loved when the movie The Mummy came out with Brendan Fraser. Aside being a very cool movie, I liked a lot of the like facts, the artifacts, the style, the clothing, the makeup, everything. I just was pulled to Egypt. So I'm coming full circle. I really am coming full circle now, and I'm starting to get curious about Egypt again, and Thoth, the father of alchemy, Thoth Hermes, and I'm wanting to read the Emerald Tablets, which I had, by the way. I had that book a long time ago, and I got rid of it because I couldn't understand it. But here's the thing, people. If you get a book that doesn't necessarily resonate with you at the time and you don't understand it, keep it, because maybe you need to learn something before you can be able to understand that book. So, let's see. Okay, actually, we're gonna go in with a different one. Different shadow now. I've had this for years. I think I told you in another video. This has been through 2 moves. It's been to Costa Rica. It's been everywhere. This is Stilla. I don't think they make this anymore, so it sucks because it's perfect for melanated skin. It's like a dark bronzy, but it has glitter in there. Really cool. I just take this crease brush that I got from CVS, and I found that it works better because it really picks up the sparkles instead of the actual color. So I just kind of dab it in there. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if you read a book and you don't necessarily understand it, hold on to it, you know, because you might need to learn something before you're able to interpret that book. So I will be getting another copy of the Emerald Tablets and learning that. So that was another book that was mentioned in the alchemy book, which I find really cool. And shout out to Bashir Star Goddess. She recommended this book, and honestly, this book, as I read it, I feel like I'm getting upgraded. I feel like I'm leveling up, because that's what happens, you know, when you are on a spiritual journey and you learn something new, you're on the process of leveling up. And if you're stuck on your spiritual path, if you haven't seen any movement, like I felt very stagnant last year in terms of my yoga practice, in terms of my spirituality. I felt like I wasn't learning anything. I felt like I wasn't doing anything. I was just really stuck. And this thing keeps shifting back. There we go. So that's another thing you can do. You can read books, and that will give you downloads. Granted, if you're attracted to that book and that's what you need at the time, it's another way to level up your spirituality. Just reading books, asking questions, okay? Okay. So that's another part of my life that I would like to level up. I would like to, and I'm in the process of leveling up my spirituality. So I think this looks good. I got enough sparkle. Of course, you can't see it on the camera, but it's there. I'm gonna go in with this Sephora eyeliner, which I don't like that much, but it's the only one that I have. So use what you can. Do what you can with what you have. That's what I'm gonna do. What else? Another big area that I want to level up this year is my health. Let's talk about my health. As you know, I stand by health 100%. Health is your wealth. You can't do anything without it. It needs to be a priority, whether you're leveling up or not. Health needs to be a an utmost priority, and for me it really is. Yoga definitely plays a big part of this, and I just feel like without your health, you can't travel, you can't focus on your work, you can't be present for your friends and your family. You're in a bad mood, because if you never notice, like when people are not feeling well, they're just in a bad mood and they tend to treat other people badly. So that's the energy you're giving out. You don't want to give that out. So you need to prioritize on your health. So definitely going to be focusing on my health. I'm gonna be honest with you, this winter has been really rough down here. It's cold in Florida, and we have the windows closed. I have a great air purifier, so I'm grateful for that. But it's not the same, you know, and I'm getting out and riding my bike as much as I can, but the wind and the chill factor, it makes it really difficult. So again, I'm doing yoga at home. There's a lot of great workout videos on YouTube, so I've been doing those. What else? You know, eating is, I guess I'm just gonna be real, I'm gonna be honest. I love to freaking eat, okay? There's a lot of great vegan food that I have missed out on in the past. Does this look okay? Okay. I've missed out on in the past, and I'm kind of like indulging and enjoying myself a little bit, and I can definitely feel it. I can definitely see it. Like my face is puffy, and it's definitely changed. It's changed. I had a very slim face, you know, a couple years ago, and now I just feel like my cheeks are fuller. Nothing wrong, like I'm cool with that, but I definitely noticed the difference. So energy, it's hard to get up in the morning, and I'm trying to be better with getting up early and having a morning routine, which is also another thing on my level up. So I guess I'm talking about this today to keep myself accountable. You know, I'm sharing this with you guys to inspire you. Maybe you want to level up, or maybe you've been thinking about leveling up for 2019, and maybe this will inspire you to get back on track. Because I know, you know, the beginning of January, it's a new year, it's a beautiful fresh energy rushing in, and then by the time, you know, February comes around, or we're towards the end of the month, it's like, oh well, forget it, I'm back into my old habits. I'm bringing in last year's energies. But so yeah, hopefully this helps you, and I'm just being real, I'm being honest. I'm not perfect, I have a lot of things to work on, and I feel like sharing this with you all keeps me accountable. So yeah, waking up in the morning, I guess part of it is that I can't really sleep, or I don't feel the need to sleep as much. But when I do fall asleep, I end up waking up. So my wings are never even. See? But I think I will just leave it, because I don't know. I don't know how to rectify this situation right now. Okay. Oh, I know what I'll do. Hold on. I need to get a Q-tip. So, yeah, going to sleep has been very difficult. So I've been taking melatonin, and it helps, but in the morning I feel very like the melatonin is too strong for me. It's too strong. So when I wake up, I feel like I still have it in my system. You know what I mean? So maybe I need to stop taking the melatonin and just force myself to get up early. Like I want to start getting up at 5 a.m. and because that's the only way I think I can do my yoga, my meditation. I practice mala meditation, and going out and going for a long walk or a bike ride. I feel like that's the only way I can get it done. And when the summertime comes here, it's too freaking hot to ride your bike and in the middle of the day. I always look at those people on their bikes and I'm like, these people are crazy. Crazy, it's hot. But I also admire them. I'm like, wow, they're running and it's like 110 degrees outside. How can they possibly be doing this? So I don't know, maybe with my level up, I'll get there. But for me, I'd like to get it done early. That way I have the rest of the day, I can get ready early and I can just get my work done and just have the rest of the day to do me, you know? I feel like when you put yourself as a priority right in the morning, you're better able to then be of service and to give to the people in your life and to just be present more. You're just in a better mood, period, hands down. So let's go in with my little mascara sauce. I'm trying to keep my necklace showing. This necklace reminds me of the Heart of the Ocean from Titanic, one of my favorite movies. So I like wearing it, and it's been charging in the sun for a couple days. So yeah. What else? I think that's all. Those are the key areas. Like my finances, I feel good with where they're at. I'm saving. I'm working on my business, and just I want that to really grow. So that's part of the reason why I started doing YouTube channels again. And if you didn't know, I have an Etsy store, and I have it always linked in the description bar that's below the video. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. I think the pool lady's here. Hold on one second. Let me check. All right. Sorry about that. My dogs just have a lot to say. So yeah. So finances, business. I'm working on it. You know. Here's the thing, everyone. Here's the thing. It's about constantly growing and expanding. That's what's important, at least for me. If you're not growing and expanding and learning, you're stagnant. And what happens in stagnant water, it creates like nastiness. You know, it putrefies, it dies, it decays. So you have to keep moving forward. And if that's a couple of changes, or one change a month or 2 months or 3 months, well, hey, at least you're moving forward. So just try it, and just stick to it, you know. What else? Balance. I wanted to talk about balance a little bit. I find that when I'm too spiritual, it just throws me off of balance. I rebound and then I shut it down, and then I end up listening to like really crazy music and just eating all kinds of crazy foods that I know I shouldn't be eating. Balance for me and anybody's spiritual journey is key. You need to have balance. So this is balance for me. Getting ready every day, making myself presentable, making sure that I feel good with the way that I look, that I feel presentable. You know, some of you might say, well, this is very shallow of you, and if you're such a spiritual person, why are you doing this? Well, I don't know, maybe I'm just saying these things, but I could just hear some of the people in the spiritual community saying like, well, because I was one of those people. I was one of those people where I used to say, well, she's wearing makeup. She can't be that spiritual. It's very shallow. It's very like root chakra stuff. But it's not. It's not. If taking care of yourself, putting yourself as a priority, taking time to make yourself look and feel the way you want to feel, keeps you in a high vibration because you feel good about yourself, then do that. Do that. You know, do what keeps your energy and your vibration and your vitality high. Do it. I don't care what other people say or think, people in the spiritual community. I just don't know. So, I don't know. I got baptized last year. That was probably the only spiritual thing that I did. But I was going to church, and you're sitting with people and you don't know who they are. And granted, you're not there for them, but I just didn't feel right sitting in church. And this is random and way off topic, but I've already mentioned last year, 2018 wasn't a very spiritual year, but yeah, I did get baptized. I have not been baptized. And yeah, it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. Like, I would sit in church and the message was really good and I loved the things that the pastor was talking about. I was cross-referencing it in my mind with the spiritual knowledge that I had at the time, and it all sounded really, really good. And I believe if you're on a spiritual journey, you're open to all beliefs and traditions, and you take from everyone. You take from the Buddha, you take from the Krishna, you take from the Jesus Christ, and you take from all of them and you apply it to your life. Another reason why people don't grow on their spiritual path is because they learn, and they absorb, and they take, but they don't apply. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm sitting in church and then I'm thinking, well, all these people, they're crying and they're praising Jesus, and it's all so good and it's all so lovely, but then you go out and you can't even let the person pass you when you're driving. You can't even let them make the turn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are we really applying the things that we learn? Are we really applying these things in our everyday life? That's a reason why you might not be growing on your spiritual journey. So, I'm putting on eyelashes now. I used to get eyelash extensions back in New York, but the time commitment of sitting there or lying down on the bed for like 2 hours while they put the eyelashes on you, it's a big time commitment. So it's relaxing though. It's very relaxing. It's therapeutic. And I love relaxation. I'm a Taurus. That's my sun sign. Moon sign is a Cancer. So I love to relax. And I've made peace with myself that I do enjoy the finer things in life to an extent. I don't go overboard. I really am mindful with the things that I consume and take into my life, and I'm also 50-50. When I bring something in, I give something away. So balance, back to that concept of balance. We have to be balanced. We have to be balanced. Like, you can be spiritual, you can be very spiritual and have a full face of makeup on and have a expensive dress on and wear wigs or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. I feel like as long as you feel good, as long as you do what keeps your vibration up, it really doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside. And that's why reading these books and practicing yoga and meditating is so important for me. Like, I've done it. I've done the minimalistic thing. I've done the I'm gonna wear one dress for 5 weeks. I'm just gonna put my hair up in a bun. Excuse me. I'm just gonna put my hair up in a bun and not do anything to my face, just maybe lip balm. I've been wearing lip balm forever. You know, I've done that. I've done it. And I just notice how people treat me differently, you know. Notice how people treat you differently when you present yourself a better way. Again, it's all about energy. So I've been doing this little thing lately where I take this little glitter pop peel off eyeliner, and I love sparkles. I think I told you this in my other video if you watched that. And I just put a little bit in the corner. But before I do that, I'm gonna go in with some more concealer. And I'm done. This video is getting long. I really do want to say that I appreciate your time, and I appreciate this space for me to kind of share my thoughts and how I feel in a safe space, because, you know, let's just get this one thing out. I think I've been the black sheep of my family, you know. Just see things in a different way. I ask myself deep ass questions. I'm talking about like deep questions. So these are my talking points for this video. But a couple days ago, I couldn't sleep, and this is what I've been asking myself. Okay, do we really incarnate? Do we really have past lives? Why do bad things happen to good people? How do I know what's real and what is not? What is a soul scientifically? Like what makes up a soul? You know, what's really going on this earth? These are the things I want to know. So I have a hard time talking to people about R. Kelly and all this other garbage distractions that are going on. I don't want to talk about those things. I don't want to watch the Super Bowl. I don't want to talk about the latest fashion. I don't want to talk about, you know what I mean? Like, for those of you who are on a spiritual path, you know what I mean. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do that stuff. That's very mundane for me, and I don't resonate with that. I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to go to the bar. I don't want to go try to pick up guys at the bar. I've done that. I've done that, you know, at a very, very young age. I'm talking about 14, 15, even. No, I think that's too young. But definitely 15, 16, 17s, 18s. I've done it. And I don't want to do that. I've lived that life. You know, I've lived that life. And I know in my heart that there's something deeper. My very first, not my very first job, probably like my second or third job when I was younger, like 15 again, I was working at CVS, and it was terrible. It was horrible. I was CVS photo, and I was working hard, and I'm like, my boss doesn't recognize me. She doesn't appreciate me. She was Greek. Her name was Artemis. I thought that was a beautiful name, and she was a beautiful woman, but she was very stern and very hard, and the way she treated people, her employees, I'm like, that's not right, you know. And I learned a lot there. And I remember one day on the bus ride home, I was thinking and looking out the window. It was like in one of those movie scenes where the movie stars looking out the window and saying, you know, there's got to be more to life than this. And I think that question, that thought, started my whole journey. It started the whole thing. And things started to happen from there because of that one question. Always ask yourself questions. If you're stuck, if you're stagnant, ask yourself questions. Write them down. You write them down. Ask yourself, because there's so much to learn. I was getting when I had the locks and I was getting my locks retightened, I had the alchemy book, and she's like, are you in school? Are you studying? And I get that question a lot. Are you in school? Are you studying? Yes, I am. I am studying. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly evolving. I want to learn. There's so much to learn. So much to learn. So, I don't know. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it. for listening, for understanding, for wanting to learn, for wanting to grow, or just wanting to see somebody do their makeup. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I figured, like I said, I'm doing my makeup, I might as well. So that's it. I don't use foundation. I put a little blush on. I don't know what I'm going to do with my lips. I've been really liking this Bare Minerals. It smells so good. It's again like chocolate. It's called Naughty. Naughty. It's a matte color. It smells so good. It smells so good. I love the stuff that smells so good. And I've already got lip balm on. I probably shouldn't put this on because I'm gonna go eat a watermelon now, but whatever. This is what I'm gonna do. I exfoliated my lips in the shower already. Here's a tip. I just took some of my face and skin exfoliator and I just rubbed that on my lips in the shower. So it's convenient. I love this color. I love red. I also love pink. And the camera, it makes it look like a red. But it's not. It's a pinky. It's a pinky color. So anyways, thank you. Oh my god, this video is so long. I'm gonna go. Peace and love. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you. I'll get the hang of it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. All my love. I hope you grow.